I wanna sex you up all night. I want to love you. Anywho, good people, it's good to see y'all. You know, good Lucas is their favorite couple. We are back with another episode. Like I said, we're gonna do all the work that we can possibly do so that we can get as many people whole and healed as we possibly can, including ourselves. Really, doing this marriage series has been helping us more than anything. Like, we've been really being helped by this because we've been having to engulf ourselves with other married people, other married couples, asking their opinions, seeking out their advice. We do not know everything. Are you listening to me? We do not know everything. We argue like we're supposed to, because I feel like arguing is the same thing that, you know, what lifting weights does to your muscles. It breaks you down, and the sex builds you right back up. A little protein is all you need. So the purpose of these videos, of course, is to encourage and inspire people to get and stay married. We're going to get on your nerves with these. We really are, only because, now we told you the purpose. It's also to dispel any notions of fears that typically the man will have as it relates to marriage, or any fantasies that a woman would have as it relates to marriage. That's our purpose. But the reason we started these videos was because one of our friends, our couple friends, ended up getting a divorce, and it hit us like a ton of. It hit us so much where we decided to do our work, right? Because I always will say that evil is no match for good, but good has to be active. So you're gonna see us doing our work. So that's our purpose in coming to you tonight. And I kind of refuse to do any video that has nothing to do with sex, because I'm trying to whip my balls out as soon as this video over. I'll tell you that right now. So how was your day, babe?
My day was good. How was your day?
I had to work. Let me tell you something. I talk to people who do not have home training on a regular basis, right? So that does is it gives me an attitude, right? An attitude. So I feel like I come home and just spill it on my wife, and I'm so glad she's strong, because she just takes it. Like, she just takes it, and I be like, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I don't be meaning it, but these people don't have home training, and my plate ain't made. What's the problem? So that's really what it is, for real. For real. Like, I be having a real issue. What about you, babe? What you do with these kids? I know these kids ain't got no home training either, and I don't even know who's responsible for training them.
Well, I had a lot of running around to do grocery shopping, the normal. Mm-hmm. I had a paper to do for school, and just cleaning up, just normal housewife stuff.
Good. We welcome, and we would ask strongly that you ask questions, submit comments. We are not in any way perfect, but Sharon and I do this thing very well. We are faithful to each other. Faithful, sexually faithful. That's what I mean when I say faithful. Mm-hmm. I mean sexually faithful, which means that no other girl has got the opportunity of her life to ride this pony at all. And
so 90s.
And no other guy has got the chance to stick his donut in my coffee. So we take that faithfulness, and we're trying to figure out how can we put this faithfulness in what we have onto you, so that your relationships can be faithful. Thanks, right. Brittany. But so that your relationships can be faithful. So I always talk about, and today we learned about radical honesty. A lot of times I get in trouble because I'm so honest. Some people love it, you know what I mean? But if you was my spouse and I kept it real with you no matter what, mm-hmm. you would eventually love it, but it would probably get on your nerves. And that's just the truth. What do you think about my radical honesty?
I think it has its time and place. Sometimes you need that honesty. Sometimes it comes in handy. Mm-hmm. But then sometimes it's like, let's push the button. Boop. Boop. So, yeah. But it is who he is. We we all have certain characteristics about ourselves, and you learn how to, as you get older, how to tame those characteristics. That sounds like a bad word, but you get the idea. How to control those characteristics as you get older. And so I think as he's aging, he's doing a lot better.
Yeah. Aging, huh? I'm like you now. I was pretty yesterday. What that mean?
As he's getting more wisdom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. This is what I like to say. I like to say, I'm radically honest. Some people say brutally honest. But I'm also brutally honest with myself. When I was 315 pounds, I told myself that every day. You're 315 pounds, David. You have to get up. And the next day, after I didn't get up, David, you're 315 pounds. You have to get up.
Right.
Until eventually, I got up. And now, like I tell people all the time, if you see me jump rope, you'll be like, "How are you even still fat?" Like, right. I jump rope like a machine. I'm excellent at it. But I like to be brutally honest, or I'm going to say radically honest, because that's the word that WL uses in his series. His book is called.
His Knees Hurt.
His Knees, Her Knees. Check him out, man. He on YouTube too, so we just been kind of listening. So he talks about radical honesty. I think this was a very good point that he made. He said, "I like being this is what he said. He said, I like being disrespectful. I even sometimes think that it's funny." He said, "But I be sure not to be disrespectful to my wife. I might even be disrespectful to other people, just to get, just to laugh. But I'm being sure not to be disrespectful to my wife. I have not graduated to that point yet. Now there is a limit to where I will go. There's a limit, but I am a disrespectful guy. Like, I'm just by nature. Like, I grew up on rap music. It's hard for me not to look you in your eye. Like, I'm just a disrespectful dude sometimes. Like, and if you could hear me talk, you could be like, "Oh, he crazy. I would never." That's why I married her. Feel me? Because not that she lets it roll off her back, but she understands me. Like, I feel like she was literally my rib, somebody who would literally understand everything about me. Like, and so she can take the disrespect. And like I said, even if it doesn't border on like abuse, there's a limit to where I think anybody should go. You know what I mean? But I'm a very disrespectful person. Like, I really am. And she said, there's a disrespectful, I'm sorry, Brittany says, is there a difference between brutal honesty and being cynical and sarcastic? Yes. Yes, there are. So, for instance, sarcasm, in my opinion, and cynicism are evil's languages. You know what I mean? But brutal honesty is for her saying, do my hips look good in this? Well, I think your hips look good in everything, so I'm going to say yes. Or if I feel like, you're being lazy. Like, oh, no, you're just being lazy. I tell you, you know what I mean? And that, what I'm saying is, my tone is different. To be cynical and to be, sarcastic is to not know what seriousness is. And to not live and be serious. And I'm not that guy. I'm a very serious man. I think when I was a child in my teenage years, that's one of the things I had to work on. And so my master teacher, BNLW, he taught me how to be serious. So I'm a very serious person. So no, I'm not cynical at all, and I'm not sarcastic all the time. I do know when to be serious. And so when I'm being brutally honest, it's only to bring us to an expected end, and it's not any beef or nothing like that. I genuinely love my wife. I don't think that you should let your emotions, and I'm going to let you talk, but I don't think you should let your emotions dictate everything you do. Some people say in their mind, I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like doing this. And that's cool to do sometimes. But if your feelings is leading you everything and everywhere you do, I can guess your bank balance within a couple $100. Your feelings got you poor. Guaranteed. So you have to be able to do stuff even when you don't feel like it. So that's why I haven't cheated on my wife. Because I come home when I don't feel like it. I'm tearing them drawers up when I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? That's just how I am.
So you talked about sex you up. Is that the
Yes.
Can I Sex You Up?
Yes.
That's the song he was
I
singing.
love sex, if y'all haven't noticed yet.
90s
Love
song.
sex.
You can tell what era
Color
he was
me
in.
bad, color me bad. Who else know?
So, my question is, and maybe you guys could answer too. Do you have to be physically attracted to someone to
Good
have
question.
sex with them?
Good question. Men, and I don't want to offend you, right? But
You have to say that.
I have banged out some booger wolves. Now let me tell you why. For men, it's just about availability. And this, I have been sexually faithfully to my wife for, the entire time that we've been married. The entire time. Even when we were dating, I've been sexually faithful to my wife. And so, but when I was single, if you want this, you can get it. Like, you could get it. Like, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm sexually faithful, but you don't have to look like nothing for you to get banged out. Like, what about you? Did you do every guy that you? No, I've seen your ex-boyfriend, so I know this. I know where this is going.
I think I prefer to be attracted to that person.
Are you attracted to me?
Yes.
Physically?
Yes, physically I am attracted
Something
to you.
else.
Because, you got to have kids, so you start thinking about that, like, well, how are my kids going to come out if I get them too ugly, So, anyway, so.
I understand. You taking your birth control every day with that nigga. And condoms. I'm with that, babe.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
yes, I think that physical attractiveness when you're thinking about getting in a relationship is very important.
It is.
Now, in order to have sex, I mean, it's a couple of times, you might have got it. Been with someone that maybe not have been attractive, but maybe they were like really nice,
right?
Or maybe they had some money or something like that.
That's not like prostitution here.
I'm just saying,
I
like
understand.
people have different reasons of why they get with people. It
I
might not
understand.
always be physical
Right.
attractiveness.
You know what I think mine is? Like I said, for me, if it's available, I could have just got out some pussy. And if a babe offered me some more pussy, this is when I was single. I've been sexually faithful to my wife. But when I was single, if a babe offered me some pussy, I could have just fresh hopped out of some. If she feel like call me, come over, I'm coming through every time.
We want to hear from you guys.
Brutally honest.
We want to hear from you guys. Do you have to be physically attracted to the person to have sex with them? Let us know.
I got it out of my system though. So now, if I see a babe now, like I told you the story about yesterday, I had my headphones on, and that's one of the things that I do to prevent myself from reverting back to my old self. And I've been successful for 8, 9 years now. Because I know I'm nasty. I'm a nasty dude. Like,
Said no comment.
I understand. Because I know I'm nasty. See, now I take precautions so that I don't, step into that. And one of the big things I always say, what do I do, babe? I wear my Bose headphones.
I'm not gonna say because the last time I called them boys,
Yeah, you did.
He was like, "That's not
That's
how you pronounce
not what
that.
their name is.
That's not how you
B-O-S-E.
pronounce that."
It's
I'm like,
Bose.
okay.
That's what they say in the commercial.
I'm just saying.
know?
I thought it was a long O. No one knows.
I see. I'm gonna give you a long D in a little bit. But anyway,
All
all right, but listen, so that's what I do. So now I take precautions. And I guard myself because I know that's a part of me that's my weakest part. Sex is my weakest part. Sex is the weakest part of me that I have. Today. So I guard myself. That's the one part that you can't get in. It's my biggest weakness. It's almost like if I was an alcoholic. David wouldn't be able to work in the field where, where there was alcohol. If I was a crackhead, I wouldn't be able to work around other people who smoke crack. And David would take the precautions. Now, you might be doing something else, but David will be taking precautions. So David is a sex addict. So I take precautions so that I don't, what they call recidivism. I don't walk into recidivism. And I take precautions every day because I love my wife. See, it's the emotions that help me to take the precautions. If I didn't have those precautions, I'll be out here banging out booger wolves. Brittany says, what do you do if the feeling is not mutually sexually? If I'm married, I go sit down. Period. Or I converse with my wife and figure out, and we had this question before, Britt. I converse with my wife and I try to figure out what could you do to please me better, and what could I do to please you better? And that's the only way that we gonna get on a mutual understanding. So, because for most people, you know, you haven't. Cuddy said I need to go to rehab. I might though, Cuddy.
Sex therapy.
For most people, for most healthy people, you know, the size of your sexual organ or the wetness of your sexual organ comes secondary to how you make me feel before and after. For most healthy people, now you may be like me and suffer with sex addiction, and so you're looking for the tightest and the wettest.
I wouldn't use that word.
And the longest.
Real sex addiction, they can't control themselves. Like they're having sex with everybody.
Oh, right. So I'm not like a nymphomaniac. When I say sex addiction, I guess I am kind of using it like out of context.
Yes. People be running around here like, David Lucas is a sex addict. He's running around having sex with everybody.
When I say sex addict, I'm saying the moment I see a female, I'm not thinking, oh, she's not. I'm thinking either I will have sex with you or I won't. Every time. I've never met a female, old, young, I've never met a female that I felt like yay or nay. Okay, so that's the first question I ask, and then after that, you know, I kind of, okay. Who's your brother? That did I get to know? You know what I mean? So that's why you don't see me having conversations with girls. Like, if you see me having a conversation with girls, it's about money. You know what I mean? Like at Lucas Lawns, I have to talk to you. Like, I don't just be having conversations with girls. I don't do that. Like, I don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or unless, no, it's got to be about money or she's around. If she's not around, I'm not conversing with you. Like, because I know me. It's only the countdown to when I'm going to give you that look. And if you give it back to me, I'm going to try to express it. T-Tuck says, y'all been talking about sex for the last few days. y'all bored some horribles is what I'm getting out of this. Yes, it ain't no offense taken, family. I am. Annette says, glad you're correcting and defining the word usage. Yes, ma'am. We believe in the etymologic root of words. And so we don't know every word's etymologic root, but we do try to make sure that we get the language right. So, because, there are some people who literally suffer with nymphomania. And it's a literal psychosis, a psychotic condition that you can have.
Right. And
people who can't control I can control minds. And so I'm only talking to people who have control. I am not a certified counselor. This is only coaching, because Sharon and I are perfect in the area of faithfulness. And we are strong, not perfect, but strong in the area of marriage. And so I always try to preface that. So a lot of what I'm saying is not even up for debate, because it's coming from my personal opinion. And you can't take my personal opinion away from me. You know what I mean? So I do believe that the language should be right. Carl says, all this sex talk is it time for another niece and nephew? I just told her that. Like, I'm ready to make a deposit.
No.
Yes, I am.
I'm trying to get myself together from the last two.
Yeah. We love you too, Annette. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
you for commenting and watching, and you've been an inspiration to us. I swear, you have. Like, your words are kind, and we read every word, and we just thank you, man. Thank you. We appreciate you. But back to the sex talk. So I really love sex. Like, I refuse to do any one of these shows if we ain't talking about sex. I feel like we talking about tonight. Oh, okay. That's
why I put on there.
I want to talk about sex.
That's why I put on there something about sex.
Marriage.
I know that's what's going to come up.
Marriage for men, ladies. I know it is probably getting on your nerves, and I'm glad, because hopefully it leaves such an indelible imprint on you that you feel like, okay. You know what I mean? Let me give it to you. But, Sharon, I want you to tell them how I try to make it so that you will want to have sex with me. You take a long time. All the time. Whatever.
Every now and then, he'll do like a back rub here and there. He'll do a back rub here and there. I think the best thing about David, all jokes aside, the best thing I like about David that makes me just attracted to him in general is that he spends like quality time with me. And as you know from previous videos, that's my love language, is quality time. So that helps. That makes me want to spend time with him. But yeah. But what I really want to get back to is, should you dress for your spouse? Like, I mean, should you dress the way they want you to dress, so they could be physically attracted to you? Like, if your spouse likes certain kind of makeup, or they like your hair a certain kind of way, is that something that you're willing to change for your spouse?
If you're asking me the question, I feel like it is. I can only answer it for this relationship, because of course everybody's relationship is different. You might be in a relationship where you being naked is the requirement. Like, you know what I mean? And
He said, yeah.
my man Jason said, yeah. So if you being naked is the requirement, then you need to stay naked if you want your spouse. I'm not talking to nobody who is not sincere, who is not in love. You feel me? I'm talking about people who are sincere, who want to be in love, like, you know what I mean? Who are actively trying to pursue this love thing, right, and they're not letting their feelings be all over the place. I'm talking about people who are, who are acquiesced to the notion that if I'm not in love, I done missed the whole boat. Like, so yes, to answer your question, so in this relationship, what is required of you is for you to look pretty. Mm-hmm. And that pretty is relative to me. I like when your hair's done. I like when your teeth are brushed. And you don't have no problem with personal hygiene. If anybody had a problem with personal hygiene, it would be me. But yeah, how you dress is how you feel. And I think as I'm losing weight and I'm feeling my body more, that principle has been coming out. See, when I was bigger, I felt like, I can only wear a certain type of clothes. So when I looked at somebody and I saw that they had skinny jeans on, I was cracking on the skinny jeans, but in the back of my mind,
he wanted to put them skinny jeans on.
I want to put them on. So now that I got them on,
Speaking of skinny jeans, I put some on this morning. I was like,
babe!
I was like, where you about to go?
Why you telling everybody? Like,
where you about to go with them tight pants on?
Yeah. I used to be built like a cereal box. You know what I mean? But now it's different. Like, I be feeling like I'm at the point where, like, for instance, I used to wear 48 size pants. 48. Now I wear 34. A 34, right? I wear a 34. I know, it's crazy. But yeah, so I went from a 48 pant, so now I wear a 34. So of course I'm gonna live and act it out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be trying to do what I gotta do to please you. Plus, I realize that when I look good, I feel good.
And the more sex you have.
He said, "What's the next? Vans and his skateboard." This nigga got his mind. Thank you, Annette. Thank you. And it's been all due. Yeah. I'm in a 34. And actually, not just a 34, but I'm actually coming down. I'm trying to get a 28 waist. And I'm trying to get this bigger. And I'm trying to get all, you know what I mean? I'm not working on myself literally every day. I got friends who are in bodybuilding now. And we hang together. We talk about each other. Now, listen. After we get from the gym, I don't hang with you. Because the way you live is different than the way I live. So, you can help me with my muscles. But you can't help me with my marriage. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And because you can't help me with my marriage, but I love you while we in here, though. But, period. Hey, he said, I need to see some pants, fam. Let me see my pants.
Oh, these are skinny jeans?
No, I just bought these. It's gonna work out. Right? So, I'm a cheap guy. And these are something I just bought at Walmart. These say the M as in Mary. Or you can't see it, huh? M as in Mary for medium, because they are at least a 34. I love you too. Now, I'm glad I had some pants so I could show you. I would stand up, but I got some shorts on and my balls out, and I don't want you to see all that. I'm just saying, like, then the girls would be like, "Oh, I'm about to tune in. We have 1 million views." I don't want women to do me like that. But the purpose of these videos, of course, is to encourage, and also to inspire people to get and or stay married.
Right.
Because in our community, we will be... She said, those are not skinny jeans.
He didn't want me to bring the skinny jeans out. He didn't want me to do that to him.
Nah, he said, put the pants on, fool. I would, but like I said, Anyway, so the purpose of these videos is for people to get and stay married. We notice in our community, people will be engaged for hundreds of thousands of years, for have children and just flat out won't get married. They be scared, like, okay, once I get married, we're gonna lose the fire between us, and we're here to show you that that's just completely not the truth. We also want to let you know, okay, that's the purpose, but the reason we start doing this work is because there was a family that what's together that's no longer together. And I guess it's starting to subside a little bit, but it's still hitting us like a ton of bricks. I remember what I was eating when it happened, and you can imagine me. If you know me putting down some food is out of the question. But I actually put some food down because I felt like this is crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. So we start feeling like, you know what? Evil is no match for good. And but good has to be active. So this is our work. This is what we're doing. Hopefully we are able to inspire. So Sharon's asking questions this particular episode, and she's posing them to you, and I'm also answering them too. So I feel like as far as your last question, you know, your dress is, to me, already acceptable. I accept you for it. I love you for it. I prefer you naked. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is.
All right. So, for me, I mean, I like everything except for the skinny jeans. I didn't like the skinny jeans. I was telling them to take them off. But they just they didn't fit you properly.
You didn't like the way they look on me? Or okay, I won't wear those no more, baby.
Maybe when, you get your muscles.
She wear yoga pants all the time. I be feeling like, out in public?
Listen, all right,
I can see your pussy print. You crazy? Are you out your mind?
So, all right, he's thinking about looking at my duder.
Nigga.
And
okay,
I'm thinking about being comfortable and moving. Sometimes I work out and I do yoga.
Now you tell me
I don't
this.
know. I might, after I go to the grocery store, I might go and hit some yoga up or something.
If I can see your pussy print, right? If I can see your pussy print, you out of line. If you married, because when I'm at the gym, I be like, oh my, I feel like I'm in an African safari. I be like, there's camel toes everywhere, like. But so, not my wife.
He doesn't like me to wear. Yeah, he doesn't like me to wear yoga pants.
You out your mind.
I could wear them around the house, but like if I'm going out or something, he be on the yoga pants thing.
Yeah, because I feel like if you eat out, for some reason, Sharon in particular, I don't say women, because women be knowing what they be doing, but Sharon is naive to the fact that she's pretty. She feels like nobody's looking at me. Nothing could be further from the truth. So you either lying to me or to yourself. You know what I mean? So, because I'm raise your please. I just want all the men right here. If you look at pussies when you out, just press the like button one time. And 3 and 2. Come on, man.
See, only you do that.
Listen,
only you do that.
I'm the only one looking at pussies when I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, bump y'all. There it is. There it is. Who ain't looking at pussies when they out? And I don't care what you look like in your face. If I can see your pussy, you won. You feel me? You have won. Thank you. Thank you, man. I knew y'all was going to come through.
Wow.
We look at pussies.
Wow.
We look at pussies. I look at pussies and butts. I look at it all. Now, I don't address it. I ain't going to talk to you because my one friend said this. He said, I said one time, like, oh, man, because he was a guy, and we saw a girl. She was nice, right? So I said to him, I was like, whoa. And he was like, what? Ain't you married? This is what he said to me. He said, ain't you married? Somebody mad. It's a girl.
Yes,
it's a girl.
Yeah, sorry.
Listen, so,
I'm like, where are we going with this?
All right, so he said to me, he said, ain't you married? I said, yeah, I'm married.
And they come again.
This is what he said, though. He said, I said, I could look at the menu. He said, but once you said something, you ordered. Deflated me. It deflated me. So like
That's a good guy. That's a good friend.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. I don't address it. But I ain't gonna look away. Like I keep it brutally. No, I'm sorry. Radically honest. I'm gonna keep it real.
But the crazy part, y'all.
Don't be around me with no yoga shorts on.
The crazy part, y'all, is when I look and I barely look, I be like, I do one of them like.
Sharon
and I see a handsome guy with a lot of muscles.
She be looking at dick prints.
And an 8-pack. No, we look at like muscles.
How you know you got an 8-pack? You in here counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. You looking, nigga. And I'm cool with that. I'm all right with that. I ain't gonna. Nah, I wouldn't be cool if you walk into them like, let me count these. I ain't with that, but I look at butts and butches, and I know you looking at dick prints because that's what you supposed to do. You a girl.
No, we don't do that.
Who don't?
Girls,
if y'all
look at muscles.
Hold on, wait. Girls, if y'all in here, if y'all look at dick prints, then don't press nothing. No. If y'all look at dick prints, then just don't see. Look, baby, they all looking. Look, they ain't pressing nothing. They all looking. You feel me?
No.
Y'all look. I know y'all looking. Y'all know y'all in here looking. Y'all be looking like, look, baby, they still ain't pressing nothing. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Cause I'm telling you, look, I'm telling you, man, y'all be looking. We be looking. There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with the first look. You know what I mean? But it's only like, it depends on how. See,
if it's a long look,
nah.
Well, I have to turn your head back over to my attention.
This is what I see. I feel like if the girl catch me looking, then I'm in the wrong. And I'm on. That might be like a little Tom. What they call that?
That's his own rules.
Like a little Tom.
Tom.
But if she catch me looking, I'm all the way wrong. Like I'm all the way wrong. So I don't do that.
That's a good subject. Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom. Like as long as she don't catch me looking, I'm good.
Right.
But the moment she be like,
it's creepy.
She done got me like
creepy.
Yeah, I try not to be.
I call when I don't like something, I call it creepy, and he hates that. He be like, "Why do you use that word?
Yeah.
Like for everything creepy."
My man T-Tuck said, if you wear some sweats, they own it. Gee, they do. They like the gray sweatpants.
For the men.
They love that. They love that.
Only if you got some jeggings on.
You see they didn't say nothing.
See it. If you got jeggings on.
I love pussy prints. That's what I love. And they love dick prints. But women just don't be honest, man. Because they feel like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. But I already know this is happening. Like,
no, I don't go around looking at men's dicks. Like, that's not what I do. If it happens to be out there because they put on too tight pants, or, they decide to put on a Speedo or something crazy like that, and you can't help but see it, that's different. But
so be it.
I don't go around looking for it.
I see what you're saying. Well, I'm actively searching for pussy prints. I mean, listen, I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm not trying to like.
Peeping Tom.
I'm not trying to bang another babe out of
Dave.
That's what I'm saying. See, this is why I love my baby, because she be like, let me express myself. She said, I must say I don't look for Mel's print.
Right. Thank you.
She doesn't actually look for it.
Right.
But she didn't say she didn't look at it. And get the words right.
If they got on these tight pants, these jeggings and stuff, like...
What kind of nigga wearing jeggings out here?
Yes, they wear jeggings. They wear jeggings with the tennis shoes, the high top tennis shoes and stuff.
I ain't wearing no jeggings, man. It's all right. I better not catch a cat in no jeggings. As you can see, Sharon and I are very comfortable in our relationship. This might not work for you. Objects in mirror may be more vulgar than they appear. You know what I mean? So, what we do in our relationship...
Don't trust me.
Right. She said she don't do that. I believe you. But what we do in our relationship might not be right for yours. We have... wearing jeggings. What we do in our relationship... She said it means her pants are too tight. I understand. But, so, what we do in our relationship... might not work for yours. So you looking at pussy prints and butts and dick prints might be the catalytic agent to see you in divorce court. And that would be the antithesis of why we're here. Yeah, so make sure you're doing right for your relationship. She said, I'd be concerned if he wasn't looking. Boop. Thank you, Britt.
Oh.
So
that's a good little spin on it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If he wasn't looking, because, I certainly ain't looking at no dick print. You hear me? You hear me? I'm not doing that. But, yeah, so we always like to reiterate the purpose. The purpose of these videos is to inspire and encourage people to get and or stay married. Because, we also want to dispel any notions. And there's like a special club that you join when you get married. Like, you know what I mean? So now, when I look at a married couple, I talked to somebody today. There was an old married couple. They've been married since 76. 76. They were married since 76. So the way they talked to each other, they was fussing in front of me. You know what I mean? They was fussing. They was like fussing. I was like, oh, y'all been... They didn't even tell me. I said, y'all been married a long time. and then once I said that, they just opened up. It was like, they both just opened up. And I said, that's cool. Because some people take fussing as a sign of, no, they've been married since 76 and ain't worried about what you think about them.
Right.
And, so what works for them might not work for us. Right. It might not work for them. That's why I don't give advice. I'm just letting you into my home so you can see how we talk, how we interact, because it's good, and we've been faithful. Brittany says, if he and I are looking at the same thing, Houston, we have a problem. I agree, Britt, I agree. So we are going to bring this video, if you don't have any more combo, we're going to bring it to a wrap, and we do appreciate everybody liking. We ask that you like, tag somebody, or just share it. That'll be good, because the bigger we get, the bigger marriage gets. The bigger we get, the bigger marriage gets.
Right.
And our demographic.
And we can help someone.
That means right. Me too. Hey, shit, they're just delightful. But the bigger marriage gets, the bigger families get. And the bigger our families get, the stronger our economy gets. Jay, still on that. The bigger our economy gets. And it all starts with family. So we're starting doing our version of the work that we want to do. So if you really want to see us rich, this is how you do it. We're doing our work. So until next time, we love you. Oh, your Sharon.
And please leave comments,
yes.
even if it's afterwards, so we can interact. We'll try to go through it
yes.
and try to read everyone's comments. It just helps us so that we can help others.
Yes.
And also go to my website and subscribe, because
yes.
we have some future events coming up, and we would like to be able to contact you guys that are interested. So it is www.sharonlucas.com.
Yes.
And then I'll leave that link below as well. We put the videos back up for YouTube. And just like and please share our videos so that we can help someone else too.
Yeah, until next time, we love y'all. Peace.
Party time.